realize I was live. Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. This is my channel. Welcome to it. Um, oh dear. I guess I was sitting here waiting for the countdown and just took a sip of pop and looked and oh, I'm live. So I guess that happens to everyone sometimes. Anyway, hello. This is Kim. Welcome to my channel, Dorothy's Daughter. Here is where I film tutorials, pattern reviews, product reviews, anything that has to do with the world of sewing. So I just thought we would have a chat and kind of catch up today. I need to bring your comments and things up here. Let me grab that. Oh dear, I'm so embarrassed. Oh man, what can I say? I'm right here. Can you hear me? Yes, it is pretty cold here as well. It is. I'm just a little bit west of Sewing Space, which is Ivy, and I'm not in Ohio, but I'm right at the border. So I'm in Michigan, the very lowest part of Michigan, and it's about 22 here today. So yeah, it's pretty cold. It's been snowing. Can you guys see me okay? Let me know. Can you guys see me okay? Now can you see me? Can you see me now? I'm hoping. I guess I'll have to look on my iPhone and see. Oh, you guys, so embarrassing. You know, no matter how much I try to... Okay, good. You can see and hear me now. All right, wonderful. I apologize. I'm going to start over. Hi, this is Kim. Welcome to my channel, Dorothy's Daughter. Here I film tutorials, pattern, product reviews, as well as anything that's interesting in the world of sewing. So up until I took my little sabbatical, I guess, we were doing weekly chats. So I thought it was time we kind of caught up. I miss you guys so much. So let me see who's here. Yeah, I must have forgotten how this works over there. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Ivy. Hi, Rhonda. Verna. Sharon. Nice to see you guys. Brenda. All right. Thanks for coming, you guys. So how are you? First of all, I feel like I've lost a little bit of touch. I've spoken with some of you guys on the Facebook group, but it does feel like I've lost touch a little bit. So let me know what's going on in your lives, and I'll let you know what's going on in mine. So in my sewing life, I'm getting back into the swing. I've been sewing a lot because we weren't snowed in. I would say we were winded in last week. We didn't really get that much accumulation, but we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So I stayed in, didn't go anywhere from like Thursday to Monday. So yeah, and my car was so frozen that I had to chisel it to get the windshield clean. And then this morning I went to go to Bible study, and I was chiseling the window, the windshield, and I busted my wiper blades. So it was snowing, and I drove about around the block and decided to turn around and go back because I couldn't see. So what can you do? That's life, I guess. C'est la vie. Hi, Libby. Good to see you too. Oh, good. Oh, how do you like the Frankie? That's one I have not done yet because that test was happening right over Thanksgiving, I think, when I couldn't do it. It was either that one. There were a couple that were really close, and I was out of town for most of the test, so I wasn't going to be able to do that. But also, I think I actually applied to do the Frankie, but since I had just done Largo, they they have to kind of space it out and allow people to do the tests so that there's enough for everybody to get their requirement as an ambassador in. So I did not get to do the Frankie, but I do want to sew that one soon. So, so yeah, I've been sewing the whole time. I never really stopped sewing. I needed to sew just for fun for a little while. I just needed to not have cameras on and just enjoy sewing. So that's what I did. Yeah, I definitely want to make a Frankie. I haven't gotten around to that. I'm on my third clef. I'm going to show you. I just have the front embroidered, really, is all I have done. But let me see if I can get this guy in here. So this is super, super lightweight French terry. And so I decided instead of the pocket, I would put the buckeyes on there. So I think this is going to be really nice for spring. Maybe even not as outerwear now. You know, I could just wear it and wear a coat over it now. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that.
I didn't realize that was live.
Oh. Anyway. Yeah, I think that one is going to be pretty easy to do, the way it looked anyway. So, what else are the rest of you guys sewing? I know Ivy showed me some pajama pants she made for her mom, and that's always, I love that, you know, we can just utilitarian sew. Speaking of that, I have a question. I've been asked by someone to make some incontinence briefs. And when I say for a friend, they're not for me, just so you know. But even if they were, it would be okay. Because, I mean, it's a needed thing, and maybe I will need them someday. So if any of you have made incontinence briefs before, will you please share any tips that you have for that? I want to be able to save this person some money so they don't have to purchase the pads all the time. So if you can just let me know, I will give that a try. And I'll even do a video on it if I get it perfected so that we can share that with, you may know someone who could benefit by that. All right. Hi, Dot. Oh my goodness. What are you doing in Austin? Oh, you're at your son's. Okay. Oh boy. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you too. The clef is a woven pattern, Sharon, but it can be a knit if you want to make it out of a knit. You just have to take into consideration the sizing. Whenever you go from a woven to a knit, you have the potential of it being too big. But since it's kind of an outerwear piece, I wasn't too worried about it. That is a French terry, which has medium stretch, I guess. It isn't like super, super stretchy, like a t-shirt knit or anything. So I think it'll be really nice as outerwear. Verna said she sewed for family and 4 great-grandchildren before Christmas. Now sewing for me. Yeah, I've done, the only sewing for me I've done lately are the clef coats that I'm doing. Right now I'm working on a Lindsay hood and or Lindsay top and hoodie. So I'm working on the hoodie version. It's color blocked. It is for my granddaughter's birthday, which is on Saturday. So I'll show you the 2 colors I picked. So the Lindsay hoodie is one that has a color blocked panel right in the middle and on the sleeves. So it's really neat pattern, very sporty looking. If you're familiar with the Tuesday hoodie that they have at Ellie Mac, this is like the ladies version of that. So this is the middle color, and this, because it's color blocking, so many of these pieces end up looking the same. So this is the main color, and this is the stripe in the middle. And with color blocking, like all these pieces look the same, so I actually labeled them so I know what was what when I go to put them together. cut that out late last night in the dark with my projector. It was, I like doing that during the day a lot more because you have some light, So I ended up turning on my hallway light here so that I could kind of see what I was doing. Because, I've got a rotary cutter in the dark. It's not the greatest idea in the world, probably. So, all right. Diane. Hi, Diane. Anxious to hear incontinence briefs. There's a definite need. There is. And for a lot of people, I'm getting at that age where a lot of my friends and need them, and I don't now, but I might, in the future, because it's just, we're getting that age. So I think it would be a worthwhile thing. I found a pattern online from Little Onion Patterns, I think it is, and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to start there and tweak it, have this person try them, and then see if they need more padding, less padding, tighter legs, whatever, and get them, optimized for her, and then be able to just make her a bunch and save them a ton of money. So, all right, good. Post in the Facebook group. There are Facebook groups for incontinence sewing. Good to know. I did not know that. I just did a Google search and a YouTube search, which I found the Little Onion pattern. I think what would be really neat, and I might do this, would be to alter the Kiki undies, because they have that band at the top, and it would be really nice to have that tummy band, but then have the incontinence panel underneath that. So I may try that as well. So I'll probably do a combination of those two patterns, I'm thinking. And what I like about that is I can, for the outside layer, I can make it something ladylike, so it doesn't have to look like, Depends or anything. So yeah, let me know if you've had any experience with that, and what your favorite patterns are, what your favorite materials are. There's a lot of different materials when it comes to absorption, so I bought a couple different ones. I'm going to see what works the best, and hopefully be able to gift my friend who asked me to do it. I hope to be able to gift her some really nice underwear that'll bless her. So, all right. So let's see. Anybody got questions for me on anything? I had bullet points and my teleprompter quit. Hang on one second. I don't necessarily have a script, but I do have bullet points. All right. Now I can see. I don't want to miss anything. I had a couple of things I wanted to share with you. So, oh, good. Thank you so much, Dot. That's going to post in the Facebook group, the groups that talk about incontinence briefs. I feel like that would be a really useful tutorial to do on the channel, because there's not much out there on YouTube. Just that one was all I could find. So I'll probably try to do that. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to update you, I kind of posted in the Facebook group, but for those of you who are not on the Facebook group, why aren't you? First of all, it's Dorothy's Daughter Community on Facebook. We're over 2,000 strong. I'm not sure. I haven't looked in a while. Might even be more than that. So the group, Dot says the group is called Sewing Incontinence Briefs. In liners and snaps. I don't remember the name of the absorbent layer fabric right now. Is it Zorb, Z-O-R-B, Dot? Because that's what I bought to try. So we'll see how that goes. Yes. Yeah, Ivy and I were actually chatting about that the other day. So yeah, I think there's just a lot of us who could use that information. So upcoming things on the channel. You may have noticed, I know I was going to call the podcast thing cover stitch, but I just last minute decided for the sale. I try to do something always to promote the Love Notion sale. And I thought, I've done all the tops, I've done my top 10, I've done all the bottoms. I kind of have run the gamut on topics for that. So I thought, what can I do that's different? And so I decided to interview Tammy if she would agree to it, which she thankfully did. And I think that got a lot of good positive feedback from that interview. She's just a delightful person inside and out. And but when I went to put that up, cover stitch didn't feel right for the first edition of that, which I hope is going to be monthly. So I just put DD Podcasts, and I really kind of like the graphic and stuff, so we're just going to roll with that. So DD Podcast is going to be a monthly. I'm not sure what time of the month. It'll probably land somewhere eventually. I will tell you, only in chat are you going to hear this until I post a call out for questions. But drum roll. Our next guest is going to be Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery. So go ahead and let me know what questions you have for her. And I think don't post them all in the comments here. I'm going to put a thing on the Facebook group, and so that I can kind of gather them all in one place. She's pretty excited too. She wants to kind of show us the winter wardrobe type thing that she's going through, refreshing her wardrobe. And she's going to share tips with that, which she certainly has a lot of really good videos about that. So I think that will be a really, really fun time. She's a very good friend, and I can't think of anybody I'd rather host on my second podcast. So I have friends the first two podcasts, which is really great. The third one, now we're talking March. The third one is lined up tentatively with Serena of Styling with Style with Serena, I think it is. Anyway, she's a stylist, and if you look at her channel, she mostly focuses on over 50. So like she gives tips on how not to look older than you are and things like that. I think that will be a really fun time for us to ask her questions. These will not be live, but I will gather questions beforehand. I feel like it's easier for the guest and easier for me, at least in the beginning, to just do pre-recorded and gather the questions ahead of time. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, and this way they can have the questions ahead of time, think about them, and formulate their answers so that it can be a good experience for them as well. All right. I am real excited about doing that, and I'm hoping that the name gets out there where some more people will want to come and be a guest. Someone that I'm looking at contacting, I think he's called the Sewing Machine Guy. He shows in his video, he's got a YouTube channel, and he shows how to maintain your sewing machine and serger and things. So I'm kind of hoping that he might be a guest, and we probably will have questions this long for him. I may even see if he would be comfortable with going live, since that is, everybody's going to have questions for him. So let me know. Anyway, if anybody knows him, give him a shout out and tell him that he needs to say yes when I contact him. All right. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you. Yes, Whitney is amazing. We started at the same time. Her subscriber count is considerably more than mine now, because I took so many months of just sort of staying stagnant, but hopefully we're going to keep growing. So yeah, that is what I have coming up on the channel. Next week, I have 2 videos for you. One is going to be all about kind of the science of color blocking and what colors to put together. And that doesn't have to be color blocking. It could just be even 2 pieces in your wardrobe or whatever. So I'm going to kind of talk about color theory a little bit. And also I am going to do an embroidery video on making freestanding lace. So those are the 2 for next week. And always open for suggestions. So it's good to see you guys so much. So yeah. And the chats for now will be monthly. I feel like it was hard to get everybody here every week, and it was getting hard for me. So I decided to make them monthly, and that way I don't, I didn't want it to be, oh, I can't do it today, like, because I wasn't feeling good for quite a while. And so I think starting back monthly will be good. You guys can just put it on your calendar. I'll get it up as soon as I know for sure the date. I'm probably going to go with this. What is this? The second Thursday or the third Thursday? This might be the third. Probably going to coincide with the third Thursday of the month, but it might vary as we kind of settle into a time that works for everyone. I just set with, I kind of kept with our usual time that we had before, so that I knew that most people were available right around this time. I know not everyone, but anyway. So I know you guys probably, I'm preaching to the choir of who's here right now, but if you are not subscribed to this channel, would you please go ahead and click that subscribe button? And if you find my videos helpful, go ahead and hit the share button, give me a thumbs up, whatever it is, anything you can do to let YouTube know that this is worthwhile to watch, and then they will put it out to more people. All right, sorry about that, guys. Gotta have a little commercial in there. I have like little reminders to myself to do that so that I don't forget, because honestly, when I don't say that, I might not get any subscribers that week. If I do say that, I notice a difference. So apologize for the commercial, but it really does help the number of subscribers. We are at, let's see, let me look. I think like 23,000, what are we at? $23,121 today. How about that? All right. 23,121 is what we are at today. So that's pretty good, because that's 120 since a week and a half ago. So that's pretty good. Hi, John. Nice to see you. Oh, Donna. Sorry, Donna. I remember now that you use your husband's thing. So, yeah. Oh, hello, Isabel. Nice to see you as well. Okay, so, yeah, I often forget that too. I watch other people and I forget. So I don't have any stones in my hand, Ivy. She says she forgets to hit the like button, and I do it. And even ones that are like super helpful to me, but then I realize, oh, I forgot to do that. So usually I'll go back and do it, but sometimes, and even I even know how much those mean to people, and I still forget. Especially like if I'm looking for how to do something, which I've actually, had occasion to do, especially living here alone and learning how to do home repairs myself. I mean, I got my drill, and how to put an anchor in the wall and all those things. And I learned all that by searching out content on YouTube. So, yeah, you really can learn anything on YouTube. So. I'm hoping it continues to grow. She said, so great your channel continues to grow. I'm looking forward to it. It feels really good to be back in the driver's seat again, I missed it, but I did need the break. So a lot happened to me. I'm not going to rehash that whole thing, but a year of just one thing after the other, and most of them being losses, and there's nothing you can say or do that makes that any better. You just have to get through it. I've learned that the 3 G's of grief, and you have to take your grief and your guilt, because with any death, there's always a measure of, you think, oh, I didn't get to tell him this, or what if I got up the steps quicker, whatever, whatever the circumstances are. You take those two and you turn it into gratitude, and that is the formula for being healthy after a loss. So the 3 G's: take your grief and your guilt and turn it into gratitude. So hopefully that'll help somebody out there, but that is what has helped me. Hi, Mina. Nice to see you. Is it Mina or Mina? I know, as I'm saying that, I know I've asked you that before. I'm sorry. Nice to see you. So anyway, I told Stephanie in the Facebook group, she wanted to know more about my center table. So I was gonna give you guys just a behind the scenes peek at how things are set up for me to record. So I think what I'll do is go get off this this camera, go to my iPhone, and show you around. Does that sound okay? All right. So I'm going to go to my iPhone. All right. All right. So what I'm going to show you, this is my camera right there and my teleprompter, which it will scroll with if I'm reading it. I don't read it too much. I mostly just have bullet points there. Since you've seen my room, you kind of know where that's oriented. And then if you turn around, I have a light that goes on my face, and then I'm sitting in front of my fabric. That white, gray, and black thing is, I use that to fine-tune focus, and also to white balance, which, you know, so that things aren't wacky as far as color goes. As much as possible, they're true to life. This is a tripod that I move around the room with me. I also use it to take my make shots when I go outside. And over my table here is a tripod mount. It's got a MagSafe on it, which I don't know if you have. When I sit back down, I'll show you my iPhone case, because that's what hooks onto these different things. And I have the MagSafe there on my move around tripod, and one over here by my sewing machine. And those work out super good for what I do. I just need to, my room is a disaster today. I'm sorry, guys. But that's what I do. I use eCam software. You can see your comments scroll by for me there. And yeah, that is what I do. All right, now I'm going to give a closer look to my center cabinet for Stephanie in the Facebook group. So there is that. Now I got this table at Walmart online, and it was like a craft station. There's the other side of it. It's a craft station slash work table, and it is I think it's 39 inches high, 37 or 39. The table itself is 47 inches long, and it's about 24, maybe 30 inches wide. So I can tell for sure because I do have a tape measure here. Yeah, it's about 30 inches wide. So I can't remember the name of it, but it's been great. It was cheap because when I first set up my room at the other house, I did not have very much money, so I just picked something that was workable, and it's great. The top is a cutting mat that I bought can't remember the name of the site at the moment, but it was a custom size. So I was able to just cover my entire table with cutting mat. The only thing I don't like about this cutting mat, I think this is called a rhino cutting mat. The only thing I don't, oh, you want some conversation hearts? The only thing I don't like about this countertop is, or this cutting mat, is that the measurements are on the back side of a translucent thing. Now when I shine my projector on it, it doesn't look sharp until you put something on top. So it's a little weird because it kind of back focuses or something. But once I put my fabric down, you can see fine, but it's just a little weird like that. It throws you off. So anyway, that's my setup now. So that's my setup now, but it isn't what I started with. I started with more than most people do because I had a photography business. So I had all the tripods that I needed, but I just started with my phone because I had cameras galore, but not any that were really good for video. So I just used my phone for a little while, and eventually I started selling after I actually retired from my photography business. They were going on at the same time for just a little while, I think. But once I fully retired, I sold my professional still camera gear and bought something that would be better for video. So I went mirrorless. So what kind of mat? It is a rhino. Yes, rhino mat. And I'll have to look. I will look up the name of the company, but it was great. It came rolled up, so it was like this when I first got it. And I thought, is that thing ever going to lay flat? But just really laying, it was out in the cold. So when I brought it in, lay in there for a day or two, and it just formed, formed to my table really nicely. And it's kind of had sticky stuff on the back, so it kind of glues itself down, kind of like a command strip type thing. So anyway, I wanted to show you because I know a lot of people ask me about what you need to start a YouTube channel, and you really don't need all that much. That's way more than I had in the beginning. I had my trusty camera and a tripod, so albeit a good tripod, but still, as far as camera gear, I didn't have any of this. So my stuff has grown with the channel, and as once you get monetized and you start getting a little bit of money coming in, then I started using that money to purchase things that made the channel better. So so yeah, now I feel like it's at a fairly good point. But as far as equipment go, there's always things I probably could spend money on if I wanted to. But probably the next thing I'm going to buy is going to be a one of those Husky work tables. I have the table that my serger and cover stitch are sitting on is a really old table that I had actually when I got married and I moved into our house, or well, I moved into our apartment at that time. I needed to have a table to sew on, and that's what I had in the corner of our second bedroom, so for a long time. And I gave it to my mother-in-law for a while when I got a little nicer one, and then she moved into her independent living apartment and gave it back to me, so I put it in my sewing room, and it's been here ever since. Well, in my room ever since. My room didn't always be here. So all right, I was going to show you this. This is the MagSafe case. So when you have an iPhone, you can use this for charging or holding. So I've got a thing in the car that it just plops on. And I also have them all around the sewing room so that I can, sew, cut, or I can take video of cutting, sewing. When I go outside, I use that other one. It's lightweight, so I can just grab it and go outside and take pictures of my makes, especially like tester pictures and that. And yeah, So that one is portable, so it can go over by the embroidery machine and the serger and stuff. The main one just stays on my regular sewing machine. But this is a great thing to have if you have an iPhone. I don't know if they make an equivalent for Android, but if you know, let me know. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. I need to design more t-shirts. I actually made all those designs, so I need to do some more. I haven't, the last one I did was about a year ago, so I need to do that. Probably some spring ones. What do you think? I think I'll do that. Yes, the merchandise store is right down below here if you want to check that out. Anne said she did a major tidy up of my sewing area. I threw out some UFOs, unfinished objects, that I realized I would never finish. The fabrics didn't suit, didn't hang right, or whatever. Yeah, didn't right for the design, didn't fit, and wouldn't be a major revamp. That's really smart. I am so bad at throwing things out. And then sometimes I'm glad I'm bad at throwing things out because sometimes I end up using it. So I have a big bag of my husband's jeans in the back of my car, and I just couldn't bring myself to throw those in the Goodwill like I had planned. Well, as I thought about it, I can use that denim. I mean, there are a lot of things I could use that denim for. So I'm bringing that bag back in here. So much for, weeding things out. But I have bags of his shirts that I plan to do quilts with for the kids and me. But I just have, I didn't think I would really use that denim for anything. But I made those little purses. I don't know if you saw my 2024 kickoff I'm back video a couple weeks ago. The bags that I made for my granddaughters for Christmas, I thought, wouldn't that be cool in denim? And one of the pockets on the outside could be like a jeans butt pocket, So that got me thinking, and so now I think I want to make one of those. I want to embroider it, make it look like a 70s embroidered jean pocket, or so. Yeah, although a lot of my husband's pockets are pretty worn out, but I'm sure I can probably find one that would work. So, yeah, I know the feeling. I'm just really bad at clearing things out. I'm telling my kids I'm sorry now because I know they're going to have a lot to go through when I'm not here anymore. So, all right, so that is, after this sewing project, I'm going to finish that Ohio State clef coat, and I have a necessary clutch wallet that I was making for myself before Christmas, and then needed to do the crunch with all the Christmas stuff that I still didn't get back to. So I'll show that to you. It's in progress here. So I don't know if you've seen the necessary clutch wallet, but it's an amazing pattern, and I will be posting a review when I get this done. But this is how it will end up looking here, which I love this fabric. And then I'm putting crossbody. I'm putting the tab so that you can use a crossbody strap, so that if I'm going through the airport or something, I don't have to carry a purse. So, yep. So in the butterfly, what do you call these? Twist closure, or whatever you call them. I forget what they call them. Twist lock. That's what they are. Twist lock. So I just need to finish that. I did make a big bag for myself. I made the Santorini tote. That was a lot of fun. And Gonna do more bags. I like bags. I want to do, I think, a sew along with, I want to do a nice little crossbody bag of some kind, which that's what we did on the other one. So I might just do, there's a really cute Felicity tote from Bagstock Designs, and there's also a free one from Bagstock that I think it's called Sunshine Tote. So I might do maybe a free one so that way you guys wouldn't have to buy a pattern to follow along. So twist locks. Thank you, Lynn. Do you ever have, the name of something just like go away and it's right there, but you just can't grab it? That was that kind of thing. So clasp. Yeah, I guess clasp is right too. Anne said her theory is, do I love it? Is it unique? Can I replace it for 20 bucks? Oh, that's good. That is good, Anne. That should be like, that's a video right there. Wow. Think about that. Do I love it? Is it unique? And can I replace it for $20? That's really good. And Lynn says she's coming from bag making into sewing knits. Just got a new serger. Made a willow wrap dress. Yes, I saw her willow wrap dress. It's really nice. It looks really good on her. So yeah, that is great. It's fun to stretch into other areas. I've done bags. I've actually done a lot of bags, but I just want to do more because I feel like that's something that is very expensive to buy that you actually can save money on if you buy vinyl and stuff when it's on sale, like the faux leather vinyl and stuff. So, and I have a bunch of leather that I got at a garage sale. They were leather scraps, and there's enough for little flaps and little this and that. And I'll probably, I don't want to use it until it's like, I'll probably use it on that denim purse because denim and leather is really good. So Lynn can give us bag advice for sure. I've seen her bags too. She does a really great job with them. So, you can do anything. I think I said in the cleft coat video, I said that it's not, you should never say something I don't do it. You should just say, or you shouldn't say I can't. You should just say, look at that opportunity to learn something new. That's what I try to do. If it's something I've never done before, I just foray into it and try to capitalize on it. I have, Diane, I have a merch shop on YouTube. It's actually Spreadshirt shop, and there's a link. YouTube lets me put little links down below. If you look below every video, you'll see a few t-shirts. That's my merch shop, and you can go to the whole shop by clicking in there. So it gets, it's a little bit of extra. It doesn't necessarily do very much money, but it's just sort of fun. And I did it, I don't know, right when I first moved, I think. It was therapy kind of for me. I mean, not truly therapy, but I know when I was recovering from my back, I did a lot of design and thought, why not make them into t-shirts? So that's how that happened. Oh, Yvonne said, I'm falling into this chat while making ready to go to bed. It's 9:50 in the Netherlands. Oh, well, thank you for sharing your evening. I know evenings are precious. It's hard to give them up for anything. So thank you for doing that. And yeah, I hope you have a good night's rest. That's great, Sharon. Sharon said she bought one with that has the proverb scripture on it, which I think um, she what is it? She works with her hands in delight. I think is on there, and her family knows to leave her alone so she can sew when she wears it. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lynn. I love Christian T-shirts. That's the only clothes I ever buy. Um, I I like to buy from Love and Faith. If you've ever seen that little online shop, and their designs are really cute too. So, oh, we have a visitor. We have a visitor. This is my Irie. Here, let me. I'll go back to my iPhone so we can. Hang on, let's go back to the iPhone so you can say hi. Say hi, Irie. Say hello. She's my old girl. And she likes her head being rubbed. Anyway. Hang on. She's knocking my hand off. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. Hi, Stephanie. I just talked about the table for you. I don't know if you missed it or not. Probably about 10 minutes ago in this. Upcoming videos, I was talking with them earlier. I'm going to be doing freestanding lace on the machine embroidery, and I'm going to be doing color blocking and like some color theory of what colors to put together and that kind of thing. So anyway, so when you come in here, all I'm doing is showing my dog, huh? One of them. The other one's still snoring out there, taking an afternoon nap. But this one knows it's almost dinner time. She starts bugging me about 4 o'clock every day. And then she won't stop until I put something in her dish. Yeah, she is 11 years old. And if you know Goldens, it's a pretty old Golden. So I don't know how many more years I have with her, but I hate to think about it. She's been with me through everything. Oh, good. Good, Stephanie. I'm glad. I wanted to make sure I answered your question. It was just easier to do it and show you than to... but it was just from Amazon. And if you just search for craft table, you'll see a bunch of them that are counter height. Just make sure if you want to use it for cutting that you do a counter height table, because other than you're going to mess your back up really bad if you don't. Good. I think color blocking is really fun. My granddaughter, I asked her sister what she would like, what she thought I should make her for her birthday. And she said that she wanted a purple hoodie. And so I was trying to think of a way to make it better than just a plain old purple hoodie, which I could go buy. You know, I wanted to make her something sort of more special. So I'm color blocking it with the Lindsay top and hoodie pattern from Ellie and Mac. And so I'll be doing a video with the color blocking. I'm going to sort of do a mini review of that pattern as well. So she's Irie. And she is a sweetie. Irie, like, her name comes from Jamaica because my husband and I love Jamaica, and we've been 9 times. And Irie just means it's all right. So they just say, it's Irie, Mom. It's Irie. And so she was really all right. So we named her Irie. You know, there's lots of color. Stephanie asked about color block patterns. And there are a ton of different ones out there. And you can do your own too. You can just, basically, you can cut a pattern piece anywhere and join them in 2 different colors. Just make sure you add a seam allowance on so you don't mess up the integrity of the pattern. But you could really do that with anything. So, I mean, some things are going to look better than others, but we'll talk about that. Anne said her Annie has the cutest little, oh, by Annie, I'm sorry. By Annie has the cutest mini notebook pattern that uses scraps. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. I know. You just couldn't, because your autocorrect just automatically says Ivy. Yeah. I know my autocorrect actually knows her name now, but when we first got her, it didn't want to let me type it. So we've had her for 11 years. I had one kid's, nope, I guess none of my kids were home when I got her. No, I still had one kid home when we got her. Scooping snow. Yeah, I need to do that too, but I am trying to baby my back a little bit these days because I do have a new problem. So we'll see what happens. I had an appointment yesterday, and the pain clinic thinks that they can help me this time, which is really good news. So I'm hoping to be able to just go get an epidural and with steroids and head it off. So we'll see how that does. Just see what my surgeon says. I have an appointment with him on the 12th of February, so it'll be kind of up to him what he thinks I should do. So it's problem there, the same thing that I had my other surgery for in my lower back, but it's not as far gone as my lower back was, so that is good news, I think. So we'll take it. So anyway, let's see, what time is it getting to be? Do any of you guys have questions about anything? I love to answer your sewing questions or anything, really. You can ask me anything. And I will definitely be doing a future video on the incontinence briefs. I think what I'm planning to do is sort of make the first one and just kind of take pictures along the way and then kind of share what ended up working. So that is, I think I'm going to actually put the padding together that I plan to use and actually pour a cup of water into it and see how it does. And that way I know that it'll be enough for the friend I was telling you about. Not everybody needs them to be that thick, but you know, if you are a totally incontinent person, then you do. So there's definitely a need for that. What are the tricky bits in the cleft coat? The cleft coat, the tricky bit for me is, none of it was really tricky, but the zipper at the and the joining with the hood, I mean the collar, I think it's fine, but you need to make sure with a separating zipper that you mark where the pocket is on both sides so they line up, and also where the neckline comes together. And shortening the zipper was really hard. So mostly because, you know, you have to basically create a new zipper stop with thread, which I did, but then it still went off because I didn't have enough thread. So you have to kind of catch the fabric and the zipper to make that new stop, or it's going to keep coming off. So fortunately, separating zippers are pretty easy to put back on track, but yeah, that's definitely the only tricky part. It's not hard at all. It's a really easy pattern. let's see. I'd like to see more with the projector. Okay, I can do that. Let's see, and I think I saw Yvonne. Excuse me for being bold. I'm Dutch. That's cute. You seem tired or sad to me. I'm okay. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm okay. I am sad sometimes. Today is a pretty good day, actually. Um, I miss him. Not gonna lie. I have little. It's it's the exclamation points in life, um, like Christmas or just little things that maybe somebody else doesn't even understand. But anything that makes you feel more alone will put an exclamation point on your grief. So, like for me, I need help getting my Christmas tree down, and it's still standing there looking at me, and it's driving me nuts, and it's making me sad. So, I told my kids I really, really, really need to get it down this weekend because I can't look at it anymore. And little things, it's dumb things really that probably wouldn't mean anything to anybody else, but it just puts an exclamation point on your grief, you know? And then the tsunami starts and the tears start. But for the most part, I'm just grateful. And I said a little bit earlier, it's the 3 G's. And you have to take the first two, grief and guilt, and turn it into gratitude. And of course, there's no guilt there, but you know, your mind goes there no matter what. You either regret that there were things you didn't say, or you regret that you weren't there, or you know, whatever. There's always going to be something you're going to wish you had said or wish you had done. And you have to take those two things and turn it into gratitude, and that is the answer. I might be sad sometimes, but I have deep, deep peace, and that's because I have faith in Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I'm not having a particularly sad day today. It's actually been a good day. I just haven't looked at that dumb Christmas tree today. So I just can't. Like, it's just driving me crazy. But anyway. Yes, Libby, you could make a cleft coat out of boucle. It would be beautiful, actually. Especially like if you wanted to do the button one, that would look really nice. Um, I've made 3. The first one was out of fleece. The second one was out of Sherpa. And then this one is out of, I mean, it's almost bordering on too lightweight, but it's gonna be just a nice thing for spring, I think. So I hope that answered your question, Yvonne, and I don't mind you asking at all. Yeah, I miss him a lot. He always was a rock for me when things like doctor visits and surgeries, and he was always such a huge support. And but I've had to find that in the Lord and in my kids. So, but I'm good. I'm doing good. Aw, thank you so much. Love you back, all of you guys. Love you too, Brenda. All of you so much. Guys have no idea how much you mean to me. Um, it's been a really good, positive thing in my life, and I hated to have to give it up for a couple months, but I just needed to. But I'm so happy to be back. So, so happy. All right. Well, you guys, it is time for those dogs to eat. They're both going to come running in here any minute. The one of them came, but pretty soon it'll be both of them. I swear they can talk. They always come together, and they're like, and you know exactly what they want. They want their food. So anyway, they're fun. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Good night to you over there in the Netherlands, and I don't know. We're from all different places. So, anyway, have a good rest of the day. And I will see you soon. And apologize for my not realizing I was online in the beginning. I hope I didn't do anything too embarrassing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hold your loved ones close because you just never know. Life is so short. Happy sewing. Bye bye.